I mean, Man United are going to be coming forward and throwing everything at Albion now. They've just got to stick in there and, you know, dig deep.
In comes the corner, headed away at the near post by the goal scorer Rodriguez. Mata collects on the near side, back to Lindelof. Of course, this set of circumstances also means Manchester City are destined to win the Premier League title tonight if it stays like this. Lingard with the cross though towards Smalling, headed away by Neon when he was facing his own goal. That was really good defending. A tangle between Rashford and Rodriguez, in from Mata, helped on its way, not in clear and then volleyed out by Chris Brunt. Now Rondon with Lindelof, but Lindelof was always going to win that, guides it back to De Gea.
Yeah, he just couldn't win that battle up front there with... It's just relentless now, isn't it, Robbie?
Matic up towards Lukaku, headed away by Higazi. Jose Mourinho soaked through. See his coat with the water glinting off the shoulders in the floodlights here at Old Trafford. Rondon again can't make it stick to Krakowiak. I can't tell you how frustrated Bomber and I about that every time, aren't we? Oh, now Rodriguez has slid in on Martial. He's done really well, Jay Rodriguez. To Krakowiak. Rondon trying to make a run, but Krakowiak holds it up and finds Chris Brunt. Livermore. Krakowiak slides in to win the ball and keep it for his team. Rodriguez off on a run again, short to Krakowiak, has to go left to McLean and does. McLean with the first time cross, not the best ball, but he has won a corner.
Yeah, great move, great build-up play from Albion, and a great super play from Rodriguez, playing so deep as well, and then he's got to get forward. And you know, they've knocked the ball out to McLean again, and he's tried that bendy ball in, got a deflection corner. Now another chance for a set piece like the first, like the goal, Rob.
Come on, you Baggies! And they scored from the previous corner, which was the 9th time from a corner that Albion have scored this season. Will this be number 10? It's Brunt to deliver it. Dawson making a late run, and De Gea with a comfortable catch.
Poor corner, Rob, from Chris Brunt that time. It's enabled.
McLean steamed into De Gea's throw ahead of Rashford to win the ball. Here is McLean, drills it across goal and just wide. That didn't miss the far post by very much either.
One wrong now, don't blame him there in that situation, James McLean. He's driving into the bottom. Nobody's come to close him down. He's tried the drill ball across to the far stick, just gone past the wrong side of the post. But listen, that's how Albion responding well. You know, it's to that pressure from United. You know, a few minutes ago. But Albion have a go when they've got the opportunity.
1-0 West Bromwich Albion on BBC WM at Old Trafford. Jay Rodriguez with the goal on 73 minutes. Also scored, of course, 2 in the FA Cup at Anfield earlier this season. Not many people can have done that down the years. Certainly, well done. A club like Albion. I wonder if Bomber did. I'll get him racking his brains whether you scored at Anfield and Old Trafford in the same season. He must have done.
I can't remember.
Here is Matic on the left. Martial waits near the touchline and gets it onto his right foot. Cross comes in, headed away by Agazi. Only as far though as Mata. Now onto Valencia. Valencia to Sanchez. Tries the 1-2, but Kieran Gibbs intercepts. Looking for Rondon, but he can't gather before the ball goes out for a throw-in to United. But that's extra zip now, extra yard from the Albion players with this lead to hold on to, Bomber, isn't there?
Yeah, that's right. They've got something to hold on to, which gives you that, you know, gives you that a little impetus. Your legs feel a little bit stronger.
That's a good little ball from Krakowiak to Livermore. Has to wait for Neon to join in. Phillips would have ordinarily been there, that he's been taken off and replaced by Krakowiak, of course. Neon keeps the ball and finds Livermore. Back to Rodriguez, who seems to be playing in a deeper position now on the right-hand side, with Rondon left on his own up front.
Could we just say a little mention to Agazi? I think he's done ever so well with balls coming in the box today. You know, he's been kind of a magnet to him. You know, like we used to say with Macaulay, used to be a magnet when he come in. And this game today, he's done exceptionally well with balls coming in the box.
Yeah, because his defensive positioning at times has been called into question this season on quite a few occasions. But today, as you've said, He's headed absolutely everything away.
He's won everything.
So far, fingers crossed. We're ticking towards, because United's one of these scoreboards that ticks in the opposite direction, so it tells us that there are just over 7 minutes plus added time to go. United 0, Albion 1 on BBC WM. Foster with the high clearance, collected by Valencia. What are you chuckling at now?
I just see you mentioned that clock remark. I was going to say something, but in this politically correct world, I can't say it, Rob.
Okay, tell me afterwards then. Headed away by Rodriguez. Livermore. Back to Rodriguez again. Along the floor to Rondon. Now Brunt. And Agst. To this near side, and Livermore brings it down. Krakowiak, that's careless from Krakowiak. Mata sees he's on it. Neom and Martial in a challenge for the ball. Neom's got to be careful, having been booked for a foul on the same player a few moments ago. Rashford pops up in the middle of the pitch for United. Alexis Sanchez wide to Valencia. 6 minutes plus added time remaining. McLean goes to engage Valencia, who will let it run away for an attacking United throw. Daniel Sturridge is going to come on and get a run out here. Sturridge on in place of Salomon Rondon. It's the first time he's been involved since limping off after only 3 minutes of the 3-0 defeat at Chelsea back in February. Rondon's worked hard. We've complained about his inability to hold the ball up, but the fans are giving him quite a generous ovation off the pitch here, Bomber.
I know Sturridge has got to do this. He's got to do a job for the team. Now he's come on, he's replaced him. He's got to run about. He should have plenty of energy. There's not long to go in the game. Put everything you can in just to help his teammates to get a great result here.
Well, it's a throw to United. Matic finds Lindelof. 5 minutes plus added time remaining. 1-0 Albion lead on BBC WM. Here's Matic, just outside the penalty area. Laid off to Mata. Now out wide to Valencia. Valencia with the cross, and Foster has claimed that off Romelu Lukaku's head.
Yeah, good goalkeeping again. Good handling by Ben Foster again.
Well, this might be delaying the inevitable, but at least it's good that Albion have come here and shown some fight for Darren Moore and some pride in those striped shirts, which for long periods under Alan Pardew just wasn't there, Bomber.
But it shows you that they can do it, Rob. That is the sad side of it. If they'd have played like this for most of the season, they'd have had no problem, would they? But they can do it. It's in them to do it. Why haven't they done it?
Well, here's Sanchez with the cross, stabbed away on the volley by Dawson. Back to the right-hand side, and Lingard. Matic plays it all the way along the floor, and that was a terrible pass from Matic. Not quite sure what he was trying to do there. Straight behind for a goal kick to Albion. Bit of a puff out of the cheeks from Darren Moore. What a result this would be if Albion can hold on. 75,095 inside Old Trafford, but it's the Albion fans who are doing the singing right now.
Yeah, there's a few Man United fans leaving as well, Poppies. But Albion, you just got to keep what are you going to do? Keep your concentration in this situation.
Well, it's the mental fatigue as well as the physical fatigue at this stage of the game, isn't it?
Nobody turn off for a minute. You can't afford to do it.
Martial for United. Through the centre circle, and Valencia. On to Lingard. Lingard with the cross, but that's hopelessly overhit. But it will go out for a throw near their own corner flag, which Albion have to get right. Ball boy throws it against Neom, and he wasn't prepared to catch the ball. He is now in front of the tunnel. Jay Rodriguez scoring at Old Trafford, having scored 2 at Anfield in the FA Cup earlier on this season. The Baggies supporters making the most of this. They've had so little to cheer, haven't they? As we know, Bomber, we've been up and down the country with them. We don't have to pay, obviously, to come to places like this. They do. So they deserve this moment if they're going to see it out.
And like you've just mentioned, Rob, it's for these because they do go away every week and see every home game, every away game. and there's some long travelling, and it's not been nice for them, has it, all season? They've just got to, like I say, they've just got to keep it going now. Dig deep for the remainder of this match. Don't know how long there is to go, but...
Well, 2 minutes plus added time is the answer to that, Bomber.
Well...
You can bet it's not Fergie time these days, Mourinho time. There'll be about 5 added minutes, won't there? You'd have thought.
Probably they've made a few substitutions as well.
Jose time. Won their opening Premier League match away from home this season, 1-0 at Burnley, of course, way back in August. Winless in all 15 away matches since, 4 draws and 11 defeats. At the moment, they're leading 1-0. Header away by Gibbs. McLean will hoist it forward as far down the pitch as he can, looking for substitute Daniel Sturridge, who I don't think has touched the ball yet. De Gea comes out of the penalty area to collect. Matic rolled square to Mata. On to Antonio Valencia. Now Sanchez with the cross. Headed away by Dawson. Manchester City, we've won you the league, I think was the song from the Albion fans there. Here's Lindelof. Floated forward. Headed on by Smalling towards Sanchez. Hooked away by McLean. Chested down by Mata. On to Martial. 40 seconds of the 90 remains. A dangerous ball, but it's claimed by Foster. And some more great defending by Dawson on Lukaku to stop him getting a clear-sided goal.
It's one of them bendy balls to the near post, and it only needs a touch, doesn't it? And Ben Foster's stranded there. But once they got away, they just got to try and get it in the corners now, Rob. Just try and get it in any corner you can and keep it there. Ben Foster's just kicked it from one end of the pitch straight to the gear at the other end. You might as well go at an angle and put it down them corners. Don't give it back to them.
A bit more thoughtful there, Foster needed to be, didn't he?
Yeah.
And it's sent down the right-hand side for Sanchez. There's problems here, looking for Rashford, cleared away by Neom. Mike Dean, the 4th official, tells us there are 4 added minutes. 4 minutes for Albion to concentrate and see this over the line. Matic along the floor, it's blocked and away. Livermore sprinting across to try and keep it in, but it does go out for a United throw down in front of us. Martial with it. Back to Lindelof. Lindelof sends it high to the edge of the penalty area. Lukaku nods it down looking for Rashford. Volleyed away by Neom. Here's Sturridge with his first touch to keep the ball and find McLean. McLean needs to run it up the corner if he can, but he's lost it, Bomber.
Yeah, I think his legs have gone, to be honest. He's done that much for nothing. I don't think he's got anything left in the tank with James McLean.
Martial in towards Lukaku. Brilliant. Away by Craig Dawson. Brilliant. Tremendous defending again by Dawson. He's been immense today.
Yeah, I think he has. Since he was injured for a long spell, Rob, wasn't he? And he came back. I think since he came back, I think he's been magnificent. He's a kind of a warrior, isn't he? You know, he'll run through brick walls for you. He'll go through tackles. And
playing in the position that he prefers as well in the last couple of 3 weeks, centre-half, alongside Agst.
We need to keep him in if at all possible. I know it's going to be hard, Rob, but he's the people you want to... If you want to come back, if you want to come straight back, you go down, you've got to keep that quality of player. I know it's going to be hard.
Just passing on, Darren Moore, 1 or 2 instructions to Alan Neom. We're in the second of 4 added minutes at the end of the game. United 0, Albion 1 on BBC WM. Valencia striding forward into the Albion half for Manchester United. He's got a runner outside him, Sanchez. Swishes it the other way, though, to Mata. Mata on towards Martial, no. He turns and plays it short to Matic instead. Now Valencia, floated towards Smalling, who's gone forward, but Ben Foster down on all fours to make the save. Not a clean header by Chris Smalling.
No, and he's up against Nye on one there at the back stick, and you just worried for a second there, Rob, but he didn't get enough power on it, and Foster's once again good handling. But I've just saw there, I've just seen Kovacic run 50 yards back there when United got the ball there, Rob. I haven't seen that all season since he came.
Flags up for offside. Another insurance substitution here by Darren Moore. Claudio Jacob is going to come on and try and gum things up even more than they're already doing down there, Albion, in place of Chris Brunt. And Brunt's worked tremendously hard for the cause yet again. There aren't many times in his 300-plus Albion appearances when you can point the finger at Chris Brunt for not doing his job. He has again today and gets a standing ovation from the travelling fans off the pitch.
Rightly so, a big favourite, solid performance in there, Rob. And once again, you look who's put the ball in for the goal. We've said so many times over the years, Chris Brunt.
Yep, Dawson's header far post, Jay Rodriguez running onto it, stooping header home.
It's the quality of the corner again though, Rob, that set-piece ability of Chris Brunt.
As I mentioned earlier, 9 Albion goals this season in the Premier League have come from corners, and that's up there with the best in the division, despite the fact that they're at the bottom of the table. But this will take them on to 24 points as long as they can see out the final few seconds here. 1-0 to West Bromwich Albion. Bomber imploring them to play it into the corner, coming together between Krakowiak and Lingard. Then Jacob comes across, and Lingard's fouled Jacob, and that will eat up a precious few more seconds, and we've virtually had the 4 minutes here.
Yeah, there's no rule in the book says you've got to hurry up there, Rob, and take it. But this is ideal opportunity. You've been out for Sunday. Just this frigate, just knock it over the defenders into the corner, and the game's won. You see the time, the clock will run down.
If you want to have a quick word before 6 o'clock, you can. 08081 000956 is the number to dial. Darren Moore and Neil Cutler standing at the edge of the technical area, telling a guy to send it forward, and there's the final whistle. Absolutely remarkable. What a game football is, an embrace between Darren Moore and Jose Mourinho. That felt warm down on the near touchline. The Baggies fans celebrate. A big hug for all the coaching staff for Darren Moore. An amazing result at Old Trafford. Manchester United 0, bottom of the table, West Bromwich Albion 1. The Baggies might be going down to the Championship, but they live to fight another day. Jay Rodriguez with his 11th goal for Albion this season, and what a performance, what a display by West Bromwich Albion here in the so-called Theatre of Dreams. They've handed Manchester City the Premier League title and kept their own faint survival hopes alive in the process. It is barely believable, but it's finished here. Bomber United 0, Albion 1.
Yeah, great defensive performance, a great team performance, I must say, first of all, Rob, because I think everybody has put a shift in this afternoon, and they've all performed, they've all worked their socks off, they've dug deep at times, some terrific individual performances, and when you put the effort in like that and you put performance in, that's how you get results. If they'd have done that, all season, Rob, they wouldn't have had a performance. But it looked as though they enjoyed the football today. They enjoyed what they were doing. It's at times it was defensively. I must say it's Tony Fury's performance, isn't it? Defensively, where everybody likes it, but that's how he says it. And they've done that. And you can see Darren Moore has been working on them, on the shape and the discipline during the week. Everybody knew the job, and no, don't leave the holes and gaps like that's been happening all season with goals where people haven't done the job. Today, to a man, they've done it, and they thoroughly deserve that 1-0. He'll shake the world out of his own, and there'll be second glances at it when they see 1-0 United. But that's what you get through desire and hard work and teamwork and working for each other.
Well, Albion's first win since January, their first away win since Burnley in August, Bomber. That was the second game of the season.
I know,
it's unbelievable, isn't it?
And I've said you're coming down. I just still can't believe that we're in this position we are, and it's come to the end of the season. It's just like a bad dream to me, and I know this goes a long way. It's great for the fans, the travelling fans, to see a victory, a performance like this. But